LeChuck!
Guybrush!
I would have bet my good hand I'd never say this, but thank you
For what? I caused you nothing but despair.
for taking the fall back there, and for exposing the voodoo lady. I don't know what to make of any of it, but now I can focus on saving Elaine and dealing with the pox.
It is the very least I could do. But be careful, Guybrush.
I'm always careful.
This from the guy who proposed to his wife with a cursed engagement ring you stole from my hold?
Is that a dig? Is the evil demon pirate LeChuck developing a sense of humor? This is weird.
Very weird. Or maybe you need an obscure recipe to make it work. Could be that as well. I wait for my eyes to be better so I can carry on reading on Stranger Tides. I bet it's because ever since LucasArts closed down, her 5-game contract got terminated. That would make sense.
Have you seen Elaine?
No, not since she left me in a poxed rage.
She's been doing a lot of that lately.
Maybe it needs to be wet. It's sponge after all. Maybe it dried out because we used the pot to heal us.
Where have you been? I thought you were with Elaine.
Well, after leaving Spinner Cave, Elaine and I set out to finish releasing all those monkeys I'd captured. After we were finished releasing the last of them, Elaine caught wind of your trial, went into a poxed rage, seized a passing clam schooner, and made a beeline for Flotsam Island.
That's my girl.
Needless to say, I took my own vessel and headed after her. But in the middle of the night, my ship was sunk by a rogue wave. I was washed up on an island of cannibals, from whom I deftly escaped, using many of the self-same skills you taught me back on the Jerkbait Islands.
Whoa.
You know, it's amazing how easily man-eating tribes can be reasoned with.
Knowing I needed to get here more than ever, I lashed together a few bits of cannibal leftovers and warthog sinew to build a makeshift raft. Unfortunately, that was soon eaten by the sharks.
Oh no!
So I swam. I swam as fast as I could for 3 days.
Damn,
And
good stamina.
arrived just in time to save me from the gallows. Nicely done, buddy.
Tales of Monkey Island. Adventures of LeChuck.
Can't believe the voodoo lady who's been pulling your ghostly / demonic strings all these years.
It came as a shock to me as well. But her diary spells it all out. You, me, Elaine, we're all part of the voodoo lady's malevolent plans.
Malevolence is in the eye of the beholder, Guybrush Threepwood. I know this is difficult to understand, but things are not as they seem.
No, things seem remarkably convoluted, which is what I've come to expect from you.
I've always had your best interests at heart.
Really?
What about my interests? Without your meddling, I could have lived a normal, happy pirate's life.
Ha! The destiny of LeChuck has never been normal.
Except now? Because he's human?
Kudos to your swim instructor.
I was fueled by the fire of our budding friendship.
Oh.
I risked life, limb, and manatee to get La Esponja Grande, and it's a puny, worthless lump.
What?
Soak up the gargantuan wonder that is La Esponja Grande.
That is La Esponja Grande? But wasn't it supposed to hold infinite amounts of voodoo?
I know. What a crock.
The size of the sponge is meaningless. It is what you do with it that matters.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
you fight like a...
Manatee. I don't think it just needs to be wet. I think it only works underwater. It's a sea sponge after all. And that's where it worked, underwater. But now it's on dry land, so it doesn't have the power that it needs. So yeah, that's just wet. We need to be underwater.
Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next.
Don't worry about me.
Alright,
you.
you.
Hello, Threepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La Sponja.
Ah, I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly leftover pox, it didn't have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Of course.
What to maturity? How am I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses. The menu, Threepwood. Take it, and serve the sponge a meal unlike any other.
Nice
Then
cover.
It will grow.
Hey, neat. There's a map of the Flotsam Jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate.
Feast for the senses. A voodoo feast in 6 courses guaranteed to embiggen the smallest beastie. First course. Put a napkin that's a sight. Second course. Now let's see. Put a napkin that's a sight, a garish cloth grotesquely bright. Second course. Antepasta jungle meat gives off a smell like stinky feet. Well, that's the jungle monster. Before the main course, cleanse your palate with taste that hits you like a mallet. The main course will cause quite a flap. To find the 6th sense, use your map. Now engorge a small dessert, a touch so shocking it might hurt. Your meal finished, let out a cheer or belch so loud that all can hear. Once completed in order, your wee beastie will grow to maturity. Substitutions encouraged. Huh. Okay. Well, this is gonna be complicated. You can already tell. You've already put up freaking toys of LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady.
Stan!
Threepwood! No
work
hard
fast.
feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it.
Sorry. I hit the microphone there. Sorry about that. Always like the stand music.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell me your eye-bending jacket.
Give up my jacket? That'd be like Samson getting a buzz cut, or King Arthur losing Excalibur, or Bluebeard dyeing himself blonde.
Huh?
Without my jacket, my salesman mojo would wither away faster than a hothouse orchid in a pizza oven.
So that's a maybe?
And also, if Bluebeard dyed his beard blonde, he would be Blondebeard. Would own a chicken restaurant. Not a bad deal.
Still trying to make a buck on my recently cleared name?
Nah, I sold all that junk to that Doro sap. I moved on to the next trial of the century. Flotsam Island versus LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady.
Have the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet?
Have they? It's the trial of the century.
Wait, I thought I was the trial of the century.
Yesterday's news, Threepwood.
Wow.
What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith. Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection.
What's this?
It's a little decorative pin I've whipped up.
Ooh, Trial of the Century 2. Electric Voodoo.
We're still working on a title.
I really hate that people make that freaking electric boogaloo joke. It's so old of a joke already. It's like 20 years old of a joke. Still people make that.
What's that one?
That's our cursed cutlass of Cthulhu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks.
What's that?
It's my entrancing Voodoo Lady dashboard good luck charm.
Uh-huh.
Disturbing.
What's happening?
That is bright.
On second thought.
Say no more.
So, what kind of case are you building against LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady?
Age up.
Oh, I'm not prosecuting them. I'm defending them.
What? Why?
Why do I do anything, Threepwood? Money, pieces of 8, filthy lucre. That Voodoo Lady babe is loaded. Funny thing though, she only let me take the case if I defend LeChuck too.
Funny like a peg leg. Have you seen my wife?
Have I? That crazy sea devil hit me up for one of my patented and perfectly passable porcelain power pirate treasure maps before hightailing it for the jungle. If we're lucky, that thing will keep her going around in circles for weeks.
Huh. That's a good thing. At least we know that she's in the jungle. Alright. And speaking of the jungle, I think we should go there. I'll talk to Hardstack a little bit.
Who got... Oh.
No hard feelings about being humiliated in open court?
No worries, mate. I've been humiliated so often it's kind of second nature to me by now.
Great.
Besides, I didn't really think it was much of a case anyway. But that Stan fella, he seemed to think I could make a pretty piece of it off of your untimely execution. So I figured, what the heck?
Of course.
What was that? Huh. Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
Uh-huh. Something bad must have happened with his experiments up there. Who knows what? I wonder if we need to find out. Hemlock still here? Yep.
Hi there, Double Peg. Have you seen my wife?
I tore through here like a cat out of hell, off into the jungle.
Was that a shooting star leaving from the lamp blink and you missed it? No, it was a seagull. A seagull. The seagull's just flying around.
What exactly are you doing?
Trying to figure out why poor Miss Pretty Whiskers won't move for me.
She's probably just not getting enough iron in her diet.
Funny.
See ya. Morgan left Mr. Winslow circling the island, just outside the reach of Flotsam's winds.
Let's see if we can find out what happened here.
The doctor is out! Out of his freaking mind, maybe.
Well, both. So, what has he been up to? Oh. Run, Pinky, run!
What the?
Even the skeleton has turned around. Jacques?
Morgan! What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you?
Damn. I didn't expect
Singe.
didn't expect the death. But then again, this is Telltale's. So, what else happened here?
Did Singe murder you too?
Probably.
It looks like Singe is using my hand to make something called the Jus de Vie. The Vacalian wind control device? What is that creep doing with it now? That doesn't look good.
Oops.
It looks like Singe is using my hand to make something called the Jus de Vie.
Life juice. I think that's what it says.
Lepidoptera flotzimus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed flotsam island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing.
Oh.
Where Flotzimus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals.
Huh.
A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course.
Of course.
Auto-trepanation helmet. Ow! What? My thumb! God, blah. I could try to mix up those chemicals, but I'd probably just end up exploding. And not in the funny way. This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and Singe. I hope the Vole escaped.
Well, it seemed like it did.
It's broken. Singe will pay for this.
Poor Morgan.
Vampiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water.
Well, that's what we did with the fireflies in Curse of Monkey Island.
It'd take a 7-year correspondence course in mad sciencing before I'd even have a hope of fixing that thing.
No
Darn.
bananas.
No more bananas. Curse you, banana god.
What about this Becker room? Or the bookshelf first.
I bet there's nothing in there that can help bring Morgan back.
Yep. Hey, Zerp.
It's locked.
Well, if it's flimsily locked. Aha.
Oh, no. This is where the Marquis keeps all the severed limbs of the pirates he's operated on. Hey, you never know when a sack of severed legs is going to come in handy. Or footy, as the case may be. Sorry. It's a sack full of severed legs. Ugh.
Well, it's important when you get it. No, these are not making me mad at all, Zerp. It was only Escape from Monkey Island that makes me mad. These games are great. Alright. Didn't get his own hand back, though. Apparently it wasn't there. I get the feeling that the hand may have escaped.
What in the name of Bluebeard's hair dye?
Hey, no poaching. I have called dibs.
I think I may be lost. Shouldn't there be a creepy voodoo shack right about there?
There was, until they came to arrest that talk-spreading voodoo lady.
What happened?
First came the flames. Poor Senor Nipperkin went up like St. Elmo's fire. Then she emerged from the conflagration, mumbling ancient curses with every regal step. I never forget the baleful stare she fixed me with as she was led away. A look condemning me to a lifetime of suffering, shame, and regret.
Spooky.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I haven't found one bit of cool voodoo stuff in the wreckage. Come on!
Mob justice can be so unfair.
Uh-huh.
Even when it's burned to the ground, the Voodoo Lady's shack is still creepy. What a shame. That rug really tied the shack together.
It did.
Looks like the light of the shack's embers has attracted a swarm of jungle moths. That probably explains what happened to the Voodoo Lady's rug.
Hey there, Ross. Welcome to the stream. I wonder if I can use the leg to attract the moths.
Whoa! Uh-oh.
Maybe that
Looks like
was
these finicky moths won't eat a jacket that's encrusted with bacon grease, fish water, and manatee guts. Lucky me.
Ah. Now we got moths.
Even when it's burned to the ground, the Voodoo Lady's shack is still creepy.
Too bad we cannot go in there. Oh. Have you run through this game before? Once. But it was a long time ago. Moths don't munch up on cloth though. The caterpillars do. Yeah, it's like a, you know, misinterpretation of how the insect works. Everybody always thinks that it's the moths themselves that eat clothing. Not really an urban legend, but just a misinterpretation of the species. Mothman is a different kind of a myth. These are just regular moths. Hello there, Senor El Pollo Diablo.
And X marks the... When I get me hands on that plaid-coated scallywag, I'm gonna rip off his waving arms and beat him to a briny pulp with them. What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life.
Le spectre de Grand César!
Doesn't look like Elaine's in any immediate danger.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully she won't commit any unforgivable atrocities before I finish enlarging my pox-curing sponge.
Uh-huh. Pestalibre's journal. Despite a repeated efforts to lace bait with tracking elements, Beast's spoor remains indistinguishable from jungle floor. Oh, if only the Beast left a path as bright as Flotsam's beautiful jungle fireflies. Wait, what's that smell? Rawr. He got eatenated. So what part of the game are you at? This is the 4th chapter of the 5 chapters. Avail Flush. That's some Amiga coding indeed. I don't remember what it does, but... Wait a minute. This is the skull part on the map. We're here. That's the jungle entrance. Okay. Well, right now I have the sponge already. We're just looking for all the ingredients to make it grow. That's what I'm doing. But no backseating, no spoilers. That's the rules here. Just let me try to figure everything by myself, and I'll ask for help or hints when I want or need. So put a napkin that's sight. A garish cloth.
That's odd.
Grotesquely bright.
It's like a whole new map now.
Yeah. More comprehensible. The rumble usually means a good thing. Like we did something properly. Okay.
The tide must be high. I can almost reach down and touch the well water.
I wonder if there's something we need to do here. No, not that hawk. That'll lead there, that'll lead to there. So what I need to do is get here first. Went the wrong way. From the bench to the right, and then continue right.
Bet that's the sacrificial altar of the jungle beast that Hemlock was rambling about. Alas, poor Hemlock. I knew it, this limb, a leg of infinite toe jam, of most excellent thigh cheese. It hath borne its owner's creaking frame 1,000 times, and now how clammy and gross within my grasp it wriggles.
Just put it on the altar.
Soup's on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, we need to do something with the legs so we can follow the beast. Nope. 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 I'll figure that out later. I've not played since it was released, but I thought the rumble was bad. Actually, it is, yeah. Oh, voodoo stuff.
That's weird. This whole idol is under one of Crimp Digit's unbreakable glass bottles.
Of course. Perfect. And if I go down, I will reach the next one. Well, I need to start with the site first. And for that, I need a napkin. I wouldn't even know where to start with the napkin.
I wonder who put this idol under glass. And why?
And I wonder what somebody did with the cheese. Try putting the leg lamp on the altar. Not a bad idea, really. Methinks like combining the good or bad doc's pain medicine with the legs. But that might be too logical. What pain medicine? What are you talking about, Jup?
We've replaced our usual fleshy sacrifice with a clever simulacrum. Let's see if the jungle gods notice.
They might. What if I combine it with this?
No.
We need to make this more tasty looking. It's the times where you try every combination even though it makes no sense. We don't really have that many items, but... Oh. Nope. Nope. I think I need more items. Don't tell me what to do. If you remember, don't tell me right away. Let me try to figure out. Didn't I already tell you? No backseating, no spoilers. In this game, most puzzles make some sense, though, luckily enough. Yep. Luckily enough.
Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge?
Fugu? Really?
Hey, WP. I told you I was innocent.
Well, bully for you! Meanwhile, we're still all poxed, there's a creepy voodoo priestess in my jail, and your wife's still threatening to sack our town. Truly, these are the best of times.
I'd say so.
Looks like Ladies' Night has finally come to an end.
I'm thinking about canceling it in favor of something a wee bit safer. Like Ultimate Mumbly Pig Night or Amateur Tattoo Night.
I don't think Amateur Tattoo Night would be any better.
Morgan Le Fay's been murdered by the Marquis de Singe!
Oh my, that is troubling. She was well on her way to becoming one of me best customers.
Aren't you gonna do something?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad, but I preside over a pirate court, meting out justice exclusively for pirate-on-pirate crimes. This sounds like a case of mad scientist on privateer violence. Totally out of my jurisdiction, you see. I think there may be a court in the lower mandibles that handles such affairs, along with ninja and clown crimes, but they only convene every second Thursday.
Okay. Kind of specific kind of courts. I remember playing an old adventure game 4 hours in. I fell into the pit of no return and it deleted my save game. How did that happen? Some bad programming there. He most certainly had those needles for use on Guybrush's hand from before, and then the helmet from the previous scene. I think the helmet was the numbing thing. We did numb our tongue with it.
Tell me about this Fugu Jalokia challenge.
Ah, a connoisseur of peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Yes?
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jalokia, the hottest pepper in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jalokia.
We need that
I
for the
acquired
mouth.
that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago
Taste.
from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
Ort?
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jalokia for 11 seconds.
Ah. Ooh.
Okay, Pepper, prepare to meet your master.
I don't think you're gonna last 1 second.
Okay, mental note. The Fugu Jalokia is hot to the touch, too.
Okay. Gotta remember that then.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Oh. Looked like there was something there, but it's nothing. You bored?
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not still upset about the whole hideously scarring your leg at...
Yep. Cheers.
Bye.
Arr. She's a woman of few words. R and R. Alright, so...
Whoa.
Ah.
Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned.
So, what was that about the touch? Now engorge a small dessert, a touch so shocking it might hurt. So we need to do that on the 5th. We gotta focus on the first one. A napkin that's a sight, a garish cloth grotesquely bright. Well, I think that's the LeChuck toy. I think. Antipasta jungle meat gives off a smell like stinky feet. Well, that's easy. At least I know where to come to when I need a shocking touch.
Ooh.
That's a lot of static.
Ooh. Tingly.
Can he not use his hook to handle it? I'm sure he can. But let's just focus. We need to do them step by step.
Stan.
Guybrush, old pal.
Not your pal.
Can I take another look at your voodoo lady and LeChuck Goo-Gaws?
Can't keep your eyes off him, huh?
How are the pins coming?
How's this? Trial of the Century 2. LeChuck's Revenge.
It's been done.
Yeah. That was the name of the second game.
How are the pins coming?
How's this? Trial of the Century...
It's...
What's happening?
On second thought.
Say no more.
I wonder if there's a way of us getting one of those.
Sure you don't want to sell me your pupil-defying jacket? It's for a good cause.
This jacket stays with Stan until it literally falls off my back, Threepwood.
Is that so? Hell. About
All right,
that.
little fellas, check out these high-def duds. Well, that's just great. The lamp's dead. Well, at least Stan's sign is keeping the moths from returning to the jungle.
And now we
Stan.
talk about the...
Guybrush, old pal.
Can I take...
Can't keep your eyes off.
What's that one?
That's our cursed cutlass of Kaflu, LeChuck doll.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks. Hey now, what's this? A fuzzy flying fan club? Ah! Hey, knock it off, you nutty nibblers! That hurts! Sweet fancy Moses! Ow! Ouch!
I hope he's okay.
Well, that was one heck of an experience, eh, Threepwood? It's a good thing old Stan always keeps a few spare jackets in the back office, or I'd be defending my clients in the Altogether. Say, that's not a bad idea. Stan S. Stanman, naked attorney at law. You've got nothing to hide, and neither does he. No time to chat, Threepwood. I've got business cards to print.
I wonder if the S stands for Stanley. Stanley Stanman.
Sweet.
Okay, we got our first object. Now we need the second, which is the smell of the jungle beast. Well, there is the tuna colada. I wonder if I can order that again. I'm sure
I can't
that's...
pick up hot manatee oil with my bare hands.
And I didn't want that. I wanted to go to the club door. I really do wonder if I can get the drink again.
Hey, WP.
Hey, noob!
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
Apparently I can't get the tuna colada anymore.
How about another one of those Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Here you go.
What happened to the music? It's warbling again. Fine for me. I haven't noticed anything different. What strange Twitch bug even does that? Audio problems, you know.
Even though it's been reduced to rags, Stan's jacket is still a sight to make eyes sore.
So where can we get something smelly? Also, can I really not combine these? Maybe if I use the sugar on the altar first and then put a leg on it.
Ouch!
I hate that when you get a static zap. It's really annoying. And it hurts like hell. Alright, so can I use this on it? Uh-huh. Huh. I hope that it isn't my computer's sound chip slowly melting. I hope so too. Did anyone else hear the pitch change? Extra fun when cats get static. They can zap like the devil, both physically and speedily. I get the occasional zap between my finger and cat's nose.
Bet that's the sacrificial altar.
Okay, so I need something smelly. Actually, I do have something smelly. The severed legs. But I need something to put in there so I can follow the tracks of the beast. Maybe it's a Bluetooth bug. I'm using a Bluetooth speaker. That could be it. Sometimes Bluetooth can bug out a little bit. Oh, there's the last one.
I wonder who put this idol under glass. And why?
So that this would stop working, I'm sure of it.
It looks like the old Vacalian wind control device has been set to suck again. But what's that tubing around its fingers all about?
Good question. Also, how are we gonna break all these?
Now that I know a little bit more about the Vacalians, it appears that we're nearing the end of the Year of the Fish, and approaching the dawn of the Year of the Slightly Bigger Fish.
Cool. What?
Wishing well on jungle floor, who's the pirate most adored?
Ah, Elaine.
What the?
Ooh, freaky. The tide must be high.
Can we use the hook?
I don't want to dig my hook into that.
What about the leg?
I better not. The well water could get the insides all rusty.
How about a leg?
A wet severed leg. Guess that's one item off my Christmas list.
Now it's a wet severed leg. No. Get back in there. No?
Wet meat. It's what's for dinner.
I don't hear any growling. Puncture sugar sack with the hook, maybe? That might be the problem, yeah. No?
Good old C12H22O11, just like Mama Threepwood used to make.
Nothing seems to work. I'm gonna go check out the Singe's place again. Maybe I missed something. Other than the helmet thing. Although right now we don't need to use it. What we need to do is to somehow make it the meaty leg.
What happened to Morgan's body?
Good question. Maybe she wasn't dead after all? Mysterious.
Refreshing. I don't think so. Nah. Nope. I don't think so.
What about the other buttons actually do on the helmet?
Ow. What the?
Oh. Okay. So it was a short effect of being tiny. Okay.
Ow. Ah! I'm blind! Ew.
That was weird.
Ow! Whoa! Help?
Kind of reminds me of the things that happen in Dying Light.
Ow! What? My thumb?
And now he's walking around with his tongue hanging out. Since I can do it now, I'm gonna go do the pepper thing. Just gotta remember to use the hook on the pepper instead of just picking it up. Use the hook. Oh.
God, that might be a good way to pick up a pepper, but its case is closed.
Why did you close it?
Hey, WP.
I need it open.
I'd like to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge.
I thought you looked like a man of...
Whoopee!
Bobby.
Whenever you're ready, lad.
So if I use the hook on it now...
Ah, now that's using your mighty pirate brain, Threepwood.
TM.
Ouch.
So I wonder... Ah, he always closes it after one try, so if we talk to him, will it stay
Hey,
open?
WP. I'd like an...
Back into the breach, eh? Admirable spirit.
Thanks.
Have at it.
Let's hope that he keeps it open like that.
Ouch!
At least I do hope that it stays up. Because if it doesn't, I have no idea how to do this. Then again, I don't even know how to make a leg very stinky. Darn. Or rather, not stinky, but we need to make the leg that so we can follow the beast when it takes the bait. That's what I need to do.
Ow! What? My thumb!
That's not a fire on the dog, that's some kind of fire wisp. It's just a very greasy fire. Now please tell me that it has stayed up so we can try out the pepper challenge. Yes! Goody. So this should do it.
Well, bust my balustrades. Well done, Captain Threepwood. You've conquered the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
A clean living and a healthy
Now I hit you.
Probably got permanent glossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper.
Not to mention, that's not how you put out a spicy food taste of your tongue.
Ouch.
Water doesn't help at all. It doesn't wash off it from your taste buds. Also, hot manatee oil leak.
Nah.
Darn it. Sugar, bread, milk, salad, cucumber. Those work. But yeah, anything sweet also works. So if you have candy around or just sugar, that helps. Milk is the least helpful of them all. But white bread, sugar, salad, and cucumber. Those are that works the best for me, at least. And acid like lemon juice. Yeah, lemon or lime juice. Both of them work. And yogurt. Or tomato. Yep. That's not water in the toilet. Ugh. Water spritz the caps around. Yeah, but it doesn't take the heat away from your tongue. Even if you drink water, it keeps the heat. But if you want to get rid of the heat, then all of those. Or a pair of scissors might have some side effects, though. Yeah, losing your tongue. Anybody got any idea on the freaking leg situation here?
No.
I have no idea how to make this leg more visible so we can follow the jungle beast. Explore the jungle some more. Okay. Are there areas I haven't been to yet? What makes the actual issue worse because it spreads it around, turns it from a localized problem to something your entire mouth can enjoy, yeah? That's why usually when I see like somebody doing a hot pepper challenge or something and they had just a glass of water, I'm like, no, get that water out of there. And if they have just a glass of milk, I'm like, no, get yourself some candy, salad, whatever, not freaking milk and water only. I snipped my tongue with scissors not once but twice when I was young. Why? Mew, what's wrong with you? You're so weird. I was hesitant to ponder what might be found in the ye old yet not bathroom for pepper extinguishment. Did you examine the skeleton you just passed? Yeah, he had the idea of me doing the thing that I said I'm trying to do, see? Beautiful jungle fireflies. Oh, fireflies. But I haven't seen any fireflies anywhere. I only found the moths, but not the fireflies. Where can I find some fireflies? Anybody got some freaking fireflies in their back pocket? Just don't touch your wang after handling peppers. Yeah, you need to wash your hands properly if you handle spicy food. I like the taste of the metal and thought, oh ha ha ha, my tongue is like paper, but it's skin and scissors only cut paper. Yet again, Mew, you didn't learn from the first time, huh? When I was a baby, I put a knife in my mouth and fell down the stairs. And you're still alive?
That's weird. The trail didn't go anywhere.
No fireflies around here. Couple of years younger, I put my fingers directly in fire because I didn't know what fire was, and my grandparents flicked on a lighter to show me. Rubbed my eye after chopping a jalapeno the other day. Fun times. Yeah, fun times. Well, when I was young, I burned my hand really badly. I think I was like 3 years old, or maybe even 2. Probably 3 years old, but I burned my hand really badly. On the sauna stove. It was on. I was trying to get down from the upper ledges of the sauna because I was small. I needed the help. I needed to reach out for something, and bam, right onto the hot stove. Probably it's the stones or the side because it's metal. So I burned my hand. Burned my hand so that the skin peeled off. That badly. All I just remember the image that I have in my head of a memory of that happening is just my hand looking red and pink and the skin peeling off. At least it was just a first degree burn, so it wasn't that bad. Hand just healed just fine. Later I stepped on 2 pins that got shot into my heel. Moi and friends, you can probably tell how I got this I'm the most stupid person alive mindset. I want to say that you stepped on when you stepped on 2 pins and got shot into your heel. That's not stupidity, that's just bad luck. When I was a kid, I ate cat food twice. The first time I thought that it tasted so bad because it had spoiled, so I got a fresh kibble taste tested again. Ugh. Everybody has a story, right? Of how dumb they have been. Or some stupid stuff happened to people. I should reiterate, I set them up myself and forgot they were there. Well, still would say that it's bad luck, not stupidity. Bad luck, because you just forgot where they were. Or that they were there. I also put a toilet brush in my mouth. My parents really did not look out for me that good. Also, it's that well, not that good. Proper English. Grammar, it's in English. What?
Ladies' Night. Club 41 open to the public. That's a welcome change of pace.
A friend of mine has fucked up knees and went to a trampolining place. Her knees bent over backwards. To say sorry, they gave her a free ticket to go again, and she did. So you have competition. And her knees bent over backwards. Again. Some people just don't learn. I have stories of being dumb, but yours sound like a different order of magnitude. I love my English. So I haven't seen any fireflies anywhere other than the dead ones. Do I need to somehow take the dead ones? I mean, we don't really have any jus de vie. I guess that's the only thing that I've got. I highly doubt that you're gonna take the dead fireflies.
Vampiridae flotzimus. Although possessing no natural enemies, the Flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar.
Nah.
How do we open the sack of freaking sugar? I need to open that, but it won't open. I think I have the idea, but I don't know how to get the freaking... I mean, it's a wet leg. No, I got it. I think I got it. I got this. At least you guys are more entertaining than I am right now. Sure, why not? When I was young, I once couldn't get the mower to stop running by the controls. Thinking that the rubber of my shoes and the wiring of the mower would protect me, I pulled the spark plug wire from the spark plug. It worked, and I forever knew what electricity felt like. Ouch. Where was the well? Come on, controls. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm trying to move and Guybrush just suddenly stops moving altogether. Guess it's just hitting the right pixels all the time. Yep, I was right. Gotta make it sugar water. See?
Jungle fireflies, nature's little spotlights.
And now we dunk the leg in there.
The fireflies are attracted to the sugar water on the leg. Fascinating. And just a little nauseating.
A little.
I don't know about mythical jungle beasts, but I always prefer my ritual sacrifices to be slathered in sugar water.
Really? Are the jungle paths always the same, or do they change depending on what mode your map is folded in? It's always the same. Ah. Now we're getting sour.
At last, I've lost that she-devil.
You might be confronting something else. Like a she-devil.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Serves him right, though. Still, I'd better finish feeding the sponge before Elaine hurts someone I actually care about.
Yeah.
The mighty
Hidden
pirate
trap.
hunter tracks his prey via his distinctive firefly-attracting spoor. That's the legendary jungle beast of Flotsam Island?
It's a walking flesh-eating plant.
That poor little flesh-eating stink bomb looks like he's in a world of pain.
He's got a lion paw in his sting. I gotcha.
Oh, look at that. The poor hideous flesh-eating plant is a smelly, rotting lion's paw caught in its teeth. Thorns.
Uh-huh.
Hold still, little buddy. I'll get that nasty old hunk of meat out for... Yikes!
Let's see. What could we do here to maybe use the hook?
Come on, plant. Fork over that paw. I'll never get my hands on that super stinky paw while that mouth is snapping at me.
Has some more legs?
What the... It's empty.
How? How was it empty? What, this leg?
Here, boy. Ooh, that looks uncomfortable. But at least he's not snapping at me anymore. Don't worry, you freakish little abomination. Dr. Guybrush will make it all better. Gotcha! Ew! That is by far the foulest thing I've ever smelled in all my years of pirating. And that's coming from a guy who's just spent a few days inside a giant manatee.
Uh-huh. There. A shame that a long-reaching banana picker tool isn't about. Don't remind me of that game jump ever. Oh, we got the stink. We got the, now we got the, thread, the stink, the taste. What's next? So we got the 3 ingredients already. The main course will cause quite a flap. To find the 6th sense, use your map. Not really sure what the 6th sense is supposed to be. Right.
That's weird. Trail didn't go anywhere.
No, it doesn't go anywhere. It was in earlier games too, only Secret of Monkey Island, and we used it only once. Sixth sense.
Even when it's burned to the ground, the voodoo lady... What a shame. That rug really tied the shack together. What a shame.
Sixth Sense. Will it cause quite a flap? Cause quite a flap. Not really sure what exactly it means.
Looks like someone's been messing with the Vacalian wind control device. And by someone, I mean the Marquis de Singe. And by the Marquis de Singe, I mean the incredible pain in my fundament.
This one's tough. This puzzle is tough.
Now that I know a little bit more about the Vacalians,
I have no idea. No freaking idea.
I wonder who put this idol under glass, and why.
My brain hurts. I think this is the first episode that's going to be a two-parter. A two-part stream. Because I can't figure this out. Wait a minute.
I'm not risking this valuable clue on some half-baked combination scheme.
I have a little bit of an idea.
I'm not risking this valuable clue on...
It's gotta do something with the map, as in folding it. Because it's saying quite a flap. Yeah, we gotta fold it in a certain way. Oh. Huh. I wonder where to start. Maybe at the purple idol? Maybe? So many combinations.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
How do you even know where to start? What's your guess? Might be right. Now if I... Well, like that... Aha! You were right.
It's the mysterious chest of foreshadowing from the Voodoo Lady's shack.
Aha!
Who knows what sort of useful voodoo bric-a-brac lurk in its locked timbers? Even more importantly, how am I going to unlock it to find out?
Use your sixth sense now.
Let's see. What do I have now that I didn't have the last time I tried to open this chest? Ow! Stupid hook! Oh, it can't be that easy.
Well, you'll be using it for everything else, so...
The Voodoo Lady's tarot cards? That's it? I bent the fabric of reality for a stupid fortune teller's trick?
Well, that's the sixth... The sixth sense.
Okay. That's a pretty good trick.
Yeah, freaky too. I hate when that happens. Okay. So, that's the fourth one. Next one is the shocking touch. So the rumbling always means that the things change. That's why it rumbles. Oh, we're at the entrance. Quite the way of fast travel. No, shocking touch I already know. Because we've done it so many times already. I wonder if I first need to do this. There.
You know, when I dreamed of becoming a mighty pirate, I never imagined that one day I'd be tying eye-popping napkins around the non-existent necks of mystical sponges.
Trademark.
Come on, little sponge. Eat the nice, smelly antipasta.
Yeah.
That's a good sponge.
Antipasta. Hate him, Tish.
Good thing the sponge doesn't have a tongue, or I'd be dunking it in the ocean right about now.
Nice red color, too.
Hopefully these flakes of the future will give La Esponja a sixth sense that'll help keep me from getting into situations like this.
You never know. Now we just need to give it the spark that it needs. Also, what was the last part? The sixth one? Oh, stop it. Oh, here. Your meal finish let out a cheer or belch so loud that all can hear. Do I need to do it in real life? I can do it.
I wonder if La Esponja Grande can sense the future now. And how would it tell anyone if it did? Stop doing that.
I don't wanna. We need this electricity. Nope.
La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo. Like the pox.
I guess it will work now that we go to the exit like before.
Yow! Ooh. Whoa. Tingly. Oh, hey, what's this?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, so that was the shocking dessert.
All right, last one, which is the belch. So how do we belch? Other than ordering a drink, of course.
Now all I've got to do is find a big belchy sound, and La Esponja Grande will be as good as grown. Hey, WP. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
How about another one of those Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Here you go.
Hey, WP.
I'll try the other drink.
Barkeep,
What'll it be?
how about another one of those Scab Island slings?
Coming right up. Here you go.
Oh, nothing's causing him to belch. We haven't seen anybody burp. Or anything around here.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not still upset about the whole hideously scarring your leg in a bid to seek unholy vengeance against the wrong target thing, are you? Bye.
I mean, it did say a screech works too. Right? Cheer or belch? So loud. The only thing that I can think of is
All right,
the...
Senor Esponja Not So Grande. That's 5 senses down and 1 to go. Now, where can I find a really big sound for an after-dinner belch?
That one. From the...
Well, there's only one thing on Flotsam Island that can make a noise like that.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
like a man, you snuff-sniffing land-licker!
You heard the lady, Desinge.
Guybrush, get out of here and find your own treasure! This one's mine!
Ah, the happy Threepwood pirate clan. Whatever shall I do now? Oh, I know.
Oh, clam dip.
I can't believe I ever married a dullard like you.
You know, once I cure you of the pox that's making you say all these mean things, you're gonna owe me a lot of smoochies.
I wouldn't smooch you with his lips, cabin boy.
I hate to break up this portrait of domestic bliss, but I've got some last-minute adjustments to make to my machinery before preparing the charming Madame Threepwood for her journey into scientific history.
Don't worry, Buttercup. Once I get La Esponja Grande into that noisy doohickey, our troubles will be over.
Yes. Well, please try to keep it down, no?
At least I hope so.
Why does his voice remind me of Mole from Atlantis, the Lost Empire? Because the mole is French? Maybe that's why?
I don't think it's opening up without one of those seahorse key things. Too bad I lost mine.
Yeah. What happened to it?
What's that?
That is a bucket of water.
Interesting.
Can't believe that stupid parrot somehow found its way back into my life.
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Whitey Pirate.
Still there, huh?
Oh, I can't stay mad at you. Whatever Desinge is doing to the Vacalian wind control device, it can't be good.
It's never good.
What the heck is that thing supposed to do?
This is my Apsichronoton, which I can use to remotely manipulate the Vacalian's wind control device without all that tedious mucking about in the jungle with ancient idols.
Can't say as I blame you. All that running and spinning and weathervaning did get on my nerves after a while.
Of course, don't you know anything about science?
Desinge is using that mutant harpsichord to manipulate the Vacalian's wind control device.
At least he's using harpsichord. He's got style. I like a harpsichord. I like the sound.
So what have you been up to while I've been out trying to save your shapely bacon?
I've been swashbuckling and looking for buried treasure, like a real pirate.
Okay, I know that's the pox talking, but still. Ouch.
Nice cue.
Don't worry, Angel Face. Everything will be okay once I toss La Esponja Grande into that noisy ancient doohickey.
Then stop your yakking and get on with it, you gibbering jellyfish.
But I want to go through all of the dialogue.
Once I get you cured, we should go break LeChuck out of jail.
That spineless goody two-boots? Let him rot.
Did you hear? The voodoo lady's been playing us for chumps all these years.
Arr! I never did trust that scheming sea witch.
Desinge killed Morgan.
He did? Well, maybe the cheese-eating beaker monkey ain't so bad after all. Ha ha!
Har har.
Chill out. I got this.
Not a single Papa Pichu.
Hey, DeWinge.
That's Desinge.
Whatever. What are you doing to the wind control device? It sounds like it's about to explode.
I'm so glad you asked. You see, using my unbuilt Apsichronoton in conjunction with my oscillographiscope to seek out the resonant frequency with the Vacalian climatophone, I hope to anatomize living tissue on a macroscopic basis.
Of course, don't you know anything about science?
All right, Destrange, you've got me where you want me. Now let my wife go.
You? I don't want you in your pathetically pox-free body anymore. Your wife, on the other hand, is teeming with this special Threepwood strain of the pox I need to create more of my jus de vie.
Huh.
Let me get this straight. You don't want me anymore?
Not in the slightest. It's your wife's juicy strain of the pox that fuels my scientific longings now.
Ew.
I've got your juicy strain right here, bucko.
Elaine, you can throw that sword, you know. If you got good aim, just... Right now, he's pretty, distracted with Guybrush.
You'll pay for what you did to Morgan, you fiend.
I already did pay for her services. A big sack of silver, as I recall.
Not for that, for killing her.
Pirates and pirate hunters. Your kind always seem to meet an early demise. Good riddance.
I saw you run out of the lab after you murdered her.
Of course I ran out of my lab. There was blood all over the floor instead of being packed neatly in vials where it belongs.
So if you didn't kill Morgan, did the hand do it? It would make sense. The hand is evil.
What's my hand doing up there on that turban?
Your hand is nobly sacrificing the last dribs and drabs of its wondrous box to supply me with enough death-defying jus de vie to keep me intact, until I spread your wife's box across the sea.
Poor little fella looks horrible.
Sadly, yes. I suspect he will not survive. Oh well, c'est le jus de vie.
Or the monkey? Could be. We freed the monkey after all. And he is under control with the electrical devices.
So why a turban? Shouldn't you have a beret or some other French chapeau?
French? Whatever gave you the ridiculous idea that I'm French?
But, I mean, I just kind of assumed.
What, the nerve of some people.
Yeah, you're always talking about King Louis being your king and all that, and you've got that silly accent, so I would assume that you're French. Huh. Must be Belgian then.
I still think you murdered Morgan.
Ooh, the mighty pirate thinks I murdered his friend. However, will I live with the shame?
Huh. Even he calls us mighty pirate and had the TM.
Could you run through the purpose of all this machinery again?
Messiah, I'm going to use this machine to make that machine smash people into a fine powder.
Oh, hey, that's not very nice.
French Canadian? No wonder he's evil. Alright. Let's do our thing.
What's this? An airborne peripheral?
Hey, give that back!
And risk tainting my moment of triumph with your tedious voodoo fouderal? I don't think so.
Moment of triumph?
Oui, using my harpsichronoton, I have discovered the unique harmonic frequency that allows me to pulverize matter into a fine powder and spread it across the seas. Observe!
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Trademark.
Me.
Well, so much
First
for
of
the
all,
parent.
Thanks. That thing was really starting to scrape my scabbard. Second, you're crazy if you think you're gonna get me in there. Okay,
It's
crazier.
gonna be Elaine, Guybrush.
You? I don't want you. It's your wife's molecules I need to smear across the seas.
I'd like to see you try, you wuss.
Why her?
Because of her pox, you dolt! She's got the same unique strain of the pox that you once had. The same one that was flowing through your amazing hand. The same one that I've distilled into my amazing jus de vie!
Lefty!
Unfortunately, a single hand can only provide enough of this Threepwood strain to produce a few meager drams of my jus de vie. Even if I were to drain your beloved to the bone, I would only gain a few piddling firkins of the juice.
I'll give you some piddling firkins!
No, if I want a perpetual strain of the jus de vie, every pirate in the world must be exposed to the Threepwood strain. Now, Madame Threepwood, if you'll hold still for a moment, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
How nice. But I won't.
Ooh!
Behold the power of the jus de vie!
Ah, so that's how he healed. He already has the jus de vie. Maybe Morgan is not dead after all. She could have the jus de vie in her as well.
That is a bucket of water.
Nice.
Hey, Elaine.
What?
While you're flailing away at Desinge, do you think you could knock that sponge out of my severed hand?
The only place this sword is going is through this snuff-sniffer's gizzard. Rah!
My hand is Desinge's only source of jus de vie. If you cut it off his turban, he'll be a lot easier to kill.
What do you think I've been trying to do, you balmy half-wit?
It's giving you bright ideas, sweetie.
Hang in there, sweetie.
Less talking, more eviscerating, sweetie.
I didn't think it was possible, but Desinge has literally made the Vakilian's wind control machine suck even more than it did before.
Maybe the Fugu Jirolia can help me here?
Hey, to cringe.
What?
Taste the adventure.
Ah. Gotta put something in the water. Sugar?
Oh, what the heck. Sweet.
Oh, shiny.
I'll try this again.
Hey, Boo.
What? No.
Straight in the eye.
What in the world? Oh, shoot!
Okay, now he's got fireflies all over him. Ow.
That doesn't need to be illuminated. Something that tasty should be fed to something or someone that really appreciates it. That doesn't need to be illuminated. That doesn't need to be illuminated.
I've got no idea what to do next.
That doesn't need to be illuminated.
I thought I had a good idea.
Singe is gonna use that contraption to pulverize my sweet patootie.
Your sweet ass? Huh, I can see the moths over there.
Hey, it's the moths. I bet they're still punch-drunk off of Stan's funky fashions.
So we need to make things a little bit brighter around here for the moths to arrive. I guess.
Something that tasty should be fed to something or someone that really appreciates it. That doesn't need to be illuminated.
No, but the leg needs to be. Because we need the moths.
That doesn't need to be illuminated. Something that tasty should be fed to something or someone that really appreciates it.
Like yourself. Or Elaine.
I think she's hot-headed enough as it is. Something that tasty should be fed... Hey, it's a monkey!
What?
You look like you've got your hands, full. Why don't you let me hold on to that sponge for a minute?
What sort of idiot do you take me for? Threepwood?
The French guy?
Is that a trick question?
Nah.
You'll never get past my wife's sword, you know. I once saw her hold off a horde of angry Rotarians with nothing more than a penknife and a feather duster.
Impressive. But unless they were invulnerable Rotarians fueled by my incredible jus de vie, there's really no comparison. Soon she will tire, and her box will be mine to spread across the four corners of the earth.
I'll spread you to the four corners.
Ah! There we go. Lucky shot.
What now?
Moths that will eat your
No!
turf.
Shoo! Oh, get away from me, you nasty little pest!
No! What's the matter with him?
Without my hand to supply him with more jus de vie, all those wounds you've been inflicting are starting to catch up with him.
Oh, get back here, you naughty little hand! Aha! I have you now, my pretty...
Wrong place to be standing at. Ugh.
Nice one, Hand. Care to help me with these locks? I guess that was a little too much to ask. At least I've got the sponge back, though.
Yep. Now we just need to play a tune.
Don't worry, Angel Face. Everything will be okay once I toss La Esponja Grande into that noisy ancient doohickey.
Then stop your yakking and get on with it, you gibbering jellyfish!
You got it. So let's find out what to do here. Off the rim. 3-pointer.
That was a little anticlimactic. Whoa! Now that's an Esponja Grande. But how will I use it to cure...
Well, then a device is gonna help.
Oh, right, the wind!
Well, she's getting cured. Good. Now that's an Esponja Grande, alright.
Hold on!
Guybrush?
Elaine, are you all right?
I think so. But how did I get here, and why does my mouth taste like coleslaw?
It's a long story. I'll tell you all about it once we figure out how to get out of these stupid clamshells.
Leave everything to me, my friends.
Cool. You still got that.
LeChuck, my
I wonder
new
if the
best pal.
hand also got
How'd you get out of
cured.
jail?
Oh, the guard was more than happy to release me once I convinced him that it was the only way to win Elaine's hand in unholy matrimony.
Wait, unholy what?
Huh?
Unholy this!
Guybrush!
Elaine?
Guybrush!
LeChuck! This name shouting is jolly good fun.
So he's returning
that
back
you,
to his old
Mother?
roots.
I washed my hands.
I knew it all along. With or without all that voodoo, you're still nothing but an evil sack of scum.
Correction, my sweet. I'm an evil sack of scum who's about to plunder the grandest treasure in all creation.
Ah.
But I'd be willing to share my booty if you catch me drift.
What?
Oh, come now, my love. You can't deny what we've shared these past few weeks. The chummy camaraderie, the kind words, the stolen glances. I know you've developed feelings for me. Join me as my demon bride, and together we'll lay a bloody siege to the very heart of voodoo itself.
Go to hell, LeChuck.
Well, you can't say I didn't try.
Been there, done that.
Looks like we'll be doing this with all that voodoo.
So the voodoo lady was always right. Cannot change the evil of LeChuck.
Ah, that be the stuff.
Anything.
Kick is two-faced, but for me.
From melee to monkey and all the islands in between, my love.
Aren't you dead yet? I've got wedding plans to make.
Ugh.
Out of respect for the newly deceased, I feel I should point out that you wave your sword like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a pox-infected undead cow.
Rise of the Pirate God. Quite the name for the chapter. Well, so how can this continue? Are we gonna be Elaine on the last part or something? You gotta remember, I have never played Chapter 5, so this is gonna be all new to me tomorrow. I really hope and pray Ron Gilbert makes a third game. Me too. I really do hope that he actually gets to make the proper third game. Although I do love Curse of Monkey Island, I do enjoy these. It would still be nice to see what Ron Gilbert really had as the vision for the continuation. This is just ridiculous. I'm enjoying it. I don't find this bad, Goblin, at all. I don't find this bad at all. To this in a Monkey Island game. That's too heavy, man. If he does, then I hope he does it in the pixel style like Thimbleweed Park. Me too. Thimbleweed Park worked. So it would be nice to see Monkey Island in the same style. Well, tomorrow is gonna be a big surprise for everybody on how this continues. Even I don't know. Like I said, never played them. Chapter 5, so it's gonna be completely blind there. I'm just glad that I managed to play this game through in one sitting. I hope I can play the next chapter in one sitting. Maybe. Who knows? I don't mind if I have to do it in 2 streams. I don't mind at all. Still, quite the twist that LeChuck still, after all that effort, hasn't changed at all. He was just playing Guybrush and Elaine like puppets. Still being the evil, scheming bastard that he is. And now he's got his pox back in full form, so... No redemption. No redemption at all. So the Voodoo Lady has always been correct. Guybrush is the only one who can stop LeChuck, but kinda not easy to do now. Because, you know, him being dead. Demon LeChuck Earl Bowen. Yeah, that sounded like Earl Bowen's laughter there. I'm glad that they actually got the Earl Bowen back to be the Demon LeChuck. No wonder LeChuck acted like an idiot. He'd be playing the fool to sabotage the whole quest all along and deny responsibility for it. Yep. LeChuck can go just like Scrappy-Doo. Da-da-da-da! Paxi Power! Ugh. Have you seen the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels? Is it worth to watch beyond 1? Yeah, they have their entertaining qualities to them. And part 2 is good. Part 3 is okay. Yeah, I agree with the Goblin. I haven't seen the Stranger Tides though. That's the 4th one. But I've heard that the 4th one is totally meh. Oh yeah, part 5, that's the one that I haven't seen. Part 4 I have, but part 5 I haven't seen. Back, what I missed? You missed me playing the game through. And all the twist ending. Well, still, I'd say the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are still worth the watch because they can be entertaining in their... There's always something entertaining in them. Even though they do get worse with each movie. Derp. 10 years old already. Do we get an epilogue?